Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. Okay, watch this.
After transgender and transracial, we got transabled. Yeah, this one's really messed up. Physically healthy people who feel they should have been born disabled. A man in Great Britain cut off his arm because he felt like an amputee. A woman in North Carolina poured drain cleaner in her eyes because she felt blind. Transgender, transracial, transabled. Guess what's next? A grown man posting an ad on Craigslist wanting a nanny because he identifies as a baby. You can't make this stuff up. Ridiculous? Perhaps, but who's to say anymore if that's how he feels? If a man can be a woman because he feels like one, if a white person can be a black person because she feels like one, if a healthy person can mutilate herself because she feels disabled, if a grown man can be a baby because he feels infantile, where does this end? Can a child be an adult because she feels like a grown-up? Can a teenager buy alcohol because he identifies as over 21 years of age? Can a grown man attend kindergarten because he identifies as a 6-year-old girl? Can a child spend the day at doggy daycare instead of school because the child feels like a canine? If not, why not? If a kid can be transgender because he feels like a girl, who are we to tell a child he must attend school or obey his parents or refuse him a beer when he orders one? You can't have it both ways.
This is our world right now. I played that video because that's the one video that I know that literally summarizes it all. There are thousands, literally thousands of videos out there on social media. In the last few months, it's been like an epidemic. Talk about a major global disaster of unimaginable proportions. The erosion of our moral fabrics as humans on earth. The worst of humanity playing out on a daily basis. Sanctioned, authorized by the powers that be. When you see stuff like that happen, you just know that it's time. That the hour has come. The rule of the powers of darkness is upon us. Let me not go yet. Let me play you one more video that will help you understand where this is all headed. That's why I'm making a video. I'm not making a video because you haven't seen more than enough already of the madness, the descent into the abyss, immoral decadence. It's not like you haven't seen enough. They are everywhere, literally, everywhere you turn. People are tired. Everybody is making videos. People can't believe what they're seeing, but we saw these things and spoke about them years before now. Let me play you one more video and then we can move on.
I'm a 27-year-old transgender woman. I am a wolf.
Would you be able to give us an example of this wolf communication?
No. I'm not comfortable doing so.
Okay. You have kids that are going to school and they're saying, I'm a cat. Mm-hmm. And the teachers have to affirm them as a cat.
Yes. So now we are seeing kids that are identifying as animals going to school, and they are purring instead of answering questions, and they meow. And the teachers are not allowed to question it because it's considered a queer identity.
Did you get the message? Now they're seeing kids who come to school and they identify as animals. When the teacher asks questions in the class, rather than answer the questions, they meow like a cat. Maybe make some animal noise, depending on whatever animal they identify as. And nobody's allowed to question that because it's their queer. It's queer identity. When I was growing up, I used to hear the word queer. You're too queer. You're odd. You're awkward. So you can't question that. Why? In the study of communications, there's something that is known as the desensitization theory. So desensitization happens when you are inundated with something that under normal circumstances your brain is not supposed to be dealing with. something that is supposed to be hidden, that is supposed to be done in the secret, is brought out in the open. Something that is so evil that it should not even be named, even in secret, is now so out in the open that you've lost count of how many times you've seen it. That's how desensitization happens. So when that happens, your brain gets overwhelmed, and the next time you see it, you don't even care. You'll be like, well, we've seen too many of it already. If you're squeamish and you don't know how to stand somebody being killed or an animal being killed, but you're forced to witness it once, twice, thrice, and then more and more and more and more until probably you see like 100 animals killed in front of you. Every day you wake up, they bring you to come and see where they slaughter animals or slaughter human beings. You do that after the first day, second day, third day, it will mean nothing to you anymore. You've been desensitized. So here's the game they're playing. It's a psychological game. The reason the teacher is saying to Matt that nobody's allowed to question is because a time is coming, and that time is not even far off, when, like I said in most of my videos in the past, we are going to have a mixed multitude. People who have followed me for at least a year can bear me witness. I've used this same expression before. Many times in so many of my videos, I told us to prepare. We're going to have a mixed multitude on earth. Mixed multitude means that you're not going to have only biological humans on earth. You're going to have semi-humans, people who are partially human and people who are entirely not even human at all. But they're going to have the attributes of human beings. In fact, you're going to see some of them looking entirely like beings from a different world. Like Avatar, you watch the Avatar movie, you watch some of these movies where you see all kinds of weird-looking creatures and you say, oh, that's science fiction. Can I tell you something today that will shock you? What you see as science fiction movies are 100% more realistic than the ones you look at as real movies. In fact, the ones you call real movies or real life stories are the fantasies. The science fictions are the reality that you should be focusing on. Because everything you see in your science fiction is going to come into reality in this lifetime, in this world. When you see them make movies where people are cloned in some underground bases, all of that have come to pass now. When you see them make movies like Avatar and strange beings coming onto this earth and mixing with humans and robots that act like human beings and take on human attributes and have emotions and all of that is happening already. They use the movies to prepare you. This is my business. It's what I do. They use the movies to prepare you psychologically. And so what they're doing now is they want this mass chaos on a global level. They want mass confusion everywhere. They want to do it so much so that every single person becomes very confused about what gender really is, about who a woman is, about who a man is. You see people making videos today and someone is coming out and saying, what is a woman?
Where does a guy get a right to say what a woman is? Women only know what women are.
Are you a cat?
No.
Can you tell me what a cat is?
This is actually a genuine mistake. I am sorry I even came up there.
You want to tell us what a woman is?
They say they don't know what a woman is. Even people in authority don't know what a woman is. And they were birthed by women. What is a man? They don't know what a man is. And they have fathers. It is the lie of the devil from the pit of hell because they want to make sure they desensitize you, condition you to accept it, so that the ground is set for them to then introduce these other strange looking beings that I told you they will be bringing to the fore. When I made my video about the God particles, I think I made from part 1 to part 5, I told us in those videos that these guys were about to restart the Large Hadron Collider at CERN. And that by restarting the Large Hadron Collider, this is not me analyzing, it's out there, you can even look it up today. They said they were going to collide particles at a rate they have never collided particles before. And that speed means that if the particles collided, they were going to open up portals. What portal are they opening up? It is the portal that leads to the pit of hell. And it meant that demons were going to be ushered into this world in a measure or at a rate we have never seen since the creation of the earth. I said it. And I told you, watch out from the moment they do their reopening, that everything will change. Nothing will be the same. And they did. And I played you a video of where people say they even saw manifestations of weird demonic faces coming out in places that they have taken whatever particles they took from there to. They saw manifestations. And I said, these are demons being ushered into our world to come and prepare for the war of Armageddon. Because the era you live in now is a transhumanistic era. They believe that the time of the natural human beings is over. It is now time for those beings that are not natural. They call it the post-human era. The era of humans as made by God with their DNA, which is the signature that God put in us when He signed His name. That era of those people, which is you and I, is over in their sight. So we're supposed to be wiped off by any means possible, so that these other ones they call the masters of wisdom, or the intelligent beings, can come. Artificial intelligence, very intelligent, far more intelligent than humans. So why would you need humans if the artificial intelligence is here on earth to offer far more than humans could ever offer? You now have what they call ChatGPT. It can write a whole book for you. It can do a year plan for you. It can do anything.
Let's say we want to write a book. One-click book creator. And with one click, we're going to write a whole book. What's trending right now? Andrew Tate. All right, Andrew Tate. And bam, there we go. A whole book on Andrew Tate's philosophies generated right now, right in front of our eyes. Now you can even ask it to create a monthly content calendar promoting this book. There you go. This is dangerous, guys. But anyways,
my YouTube video ideas come from GPT-3. If I want to do some videos on SaaS pricing, I can literally just say, create me 10 YouTube video titles for how SaaS can improve its pricing. It's going to come up with stuff you didn't even consider. It's creating this real time, and this is unique. Now, it doesn't mean it's perfect, but you can take this. I want you guys all to learn to be the editor, not the author. It's way easier to look at this list of 10 and edit it than it is to try to come up with them. This is so crazy. Write 25 hashtags for a video that I created on the 5 tips for crafting effective SaaS pricing strategy. Some of you guys are sitting there trying to figure out your own hashtags. It's like, nah, just let the AI do it. It knows better than you.
Look, in the next 1 year or two, there will be little to nothing that you can offer at your workplace for most people who are watching this video right now. And that's why they have come to a conclusion that it's time to do away with this race and generation of humans. So this whole thing you see going on all over the place, the reason I haven't quite made a video about it is because I prepared us for this. I told us to get ready that this was coming. All of this is to prepare humanity for 2 cataclysmic events. Number 1